Jamaican jeans, organic Jamaican bamboo charcoal. Lights faster, burns hotter, burns longer. I like cooking steaks with it. I'm cooking over here in this little portable Freon bottle grill. This is made out of a Freon bottle. No, I didn't make it myself. I don't have welding skills and stuff, but I got skills to earn a job where I can afford to pay people who do. This one doesn't cost a whole lot of money, and you can get it from Everett Guidry Services. I'll leave a link to his Facebook page down below, especially if you live in the Gulf South, because I don't know about a shipping thing. But anyway, I like cooking on it. I've had it about 1.5 years. Need to cook on it a little more. It's a great little portable grill. You just carry it wherever you want to go. And it's made out of a recycled Freon bottle tank. Really enjoy it. We're going to put some charcoal in there, light this up. Hey, you're watching Big Blue Barbecue. That thing's I want to do. And today I got my Freon bottle grill. Yeah. Got it heating up with some bamboo charcoal I showed you at the beginning there. Gonna cook some New York strips. These are those shrinkflation strips. You know, that's the buzzword nowadays. Glad we got politicians in office that want to fight shrinkflation. But these are little thin New York strips. Yeah, little thin ones. Yeah, little bitty thin ones. Yeah, I paid the same price for these that I used to pay for, you know, much thicker New York strips. Because, you know, shrinkflation, which is basically the same thing as inflation. The price per pound is going up. So I get smaller amount of meat for the same price I used to pay. Yeah, anyway, got 3. Now you notice these are already seasoned. I put some Worcestershire sauce on them, and I put some Uncle Steve's thick meat. I just realized I'm wearing another brand's t-shirt. But, you know, I like that brand too. But, you know, I hadn't used Uncle Steve's on my channel for a while, and he's got good stuff. So there's 3 reasons that I'm using Uncle Steve's on these steaks. Thin steaks with Uncle Steve's thick meat. Yep, Uncle Steve's thick meat, thin steaks. The reason I'm doing that is, 1, because I hadn't used his stuff on my channel in a while, and he makes good stuff. 2, it's good stuff on steaks, even though it says thick meat, and these are thin steaks, which brings me to reason number 3. I'm just contrary. Just contrary. So we put in Uncle Steve's thick meat on thin meat on Freon bottle grill from Everett Guidry Services. All right, talk too long, 2 minutes now, so, you know, let's get this heated up and get these steaks on there. All right, well, this is what that bamboo charcoal looks like. It looks like bamboo. It does burn hot, and I think it does a good job. It doesn't make a lot of smoke either. Look, I'm gonna be lighting it with fire starter gel. This stuff, you know, you can get it in green. This is the purple. Sometimes you can get it in a red tint. This is not petroleum based, it's alcohol based. And so it's all gonna burn off, doesn't leave any flavor. And it's good for a small little charcoal fire like this. So, gonna get this grill going. And by the way, my tile that this is sitting on isn't level. The grill he made is level, but it rocks a little bit because of the tile rocks. So anyway, if it rocks, it's not the grill's fault. It's this tile table that I've got it on. All right, we're gonna let that heat up. Put that in there. I scrubbed it down, oiled it down, let some of that rust burn off of there. I hadn't used it in enough time. I need to use it a little more often. If it's the only grill I had, I'd use it all the time. But I got a lot of grills, so I don't use it as much as I should maybe. But I love to cook these little thin New York strips. Shrinkflation steaks are gonna cook well on this. Now as that charcoal gets up to temp, I put on a little Lodge pan, a couple cans of these ranch beans. Yeah, ranch style beans. You know, I could make barbecue baked beans. Maybe I'll make a video about how I do that soon. I'm thinking I'm gonna. But you know, these little thin steaks here, they're not worthy of me doctoring up some beans to make barbecue baked beans. They're not even worthy of potatoes. So we're just gonna eat these thin strips and steaks tonight with ranch style beans, all right? And like I said, I paid about what I would have paid for thick steaks. All right, these beans are pretty warm. I'm going to go ahead and take them off, get the steaks on. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these back on and warm them up just a little bit more while those thin steaks rest, but guarantee you they're not going to rest for 10 minutes. These steaks done too thin to rest for that long. They'll be cold by then. All right. Shrinkflation New York strips on the Freon bottle grill. That one over there, because I think that's the smallest and that's the coolest side of the grill where I had that pan for most of the time. Put this one right over here. Just like that. You can hear that bamboo charcoal sizzle. And we'll cook them. Now, while those steaks cook, let me tell you, for that authentic steakhouse experience that you're imitating because you can't afford to go to the Lone Star and the Texas Roadhouse and the Saltgrass and all that stuff because of shrinkflation, get yourself some peanuts. Now, I got a video coming out about how to roast peanuts. And if you want to watch that, you know, keep your eye on my channel. I don't ask people to subscribe or anything. I'm just telling you, I'm going to be making a video real soon about how I roast peanuts. In the meantime, you can watch my video on how I deep fry peanuts. Yeah, I deep fried peanuts last year. They were really good too. Anyway, deep peanuts make you think you're really at the steakhouse instead of outside in your backyard with the dog sniffing around at something or another back there. All right, you see the red pooling up here. Some people call that blood. Some people call it myoglobin or whatever. And as you start to see the juices pool up on the side, it's getting about time to flip. They're not pooling up on this one because the charcoal's not as hot on that side, so this is probably gonna take a little bit longer to cook. But you can hear them sizzling. I took the beans inside and just decided to put them on the stove on low. And that's probably what I should have done to begin with, but then you wouldn't have watched this video as long as you did. And, you know, hey, anyway, maybe a little bit of smoke flavor, but hey, that can said real Western flavor on those beans, you know. Anyway, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the center one. Yeah, I got a good little sear going on that. Good little sear. Now, thin steaks, if you like them medium rare, you're gonna have a real challenge getting a good sear and getting medium rare. I like medium rare, I do, but on these, willing to accept a medium, you know, because they're thin. So a lot of people criticize people for liking well-done steaks, and some people say that, you know, people that are poor tend to like well-done steaks. Well, one reason for that is because they're used to cooking well-done steaks because that's what the thin steaks do. Let's see how this one's looking anyway. I don't think it's ready to go. No, that one's still a little gray. So let these cook up, and I'm gonna move that one over, then flip it, and you'll see. We'll get that third one cooked though. It's cooking, just not as fast as these were. All right. That's reading about medium well, which is about what we're gonna get. Sear on the other side's not quite as much as it would have been. But what I'm gonna do now, go ahead and move these. Move that one over to the hotter side of the grill. Go ahead and move these. Just like that. To the cooler side of the grill. And let them just sit there. I may take them off and let them rest in just a few minutes. About the time I flip that one, I probably will do that. Or maybe I'll do it. You see, I need a better sear on that side, so we're gonna go ahead and leave it like that. Just for a bit, but it's already where I want it to be, so I'm gonna have to deal with not having a good sear on that side. That's just the way of you doing, you know, thin steaks. These, what am I call them? Shrinkflation steaks. All right, 145s as far as I'm gonna go. Don't have as good a sear on that side, but these two sides are really pretty. That's my fault for not letting that charcoal get hot on that side so I could cook all three evenly. Because I put that pan of beans on there before the charcoal was fully ready. Totally my fault. Now, with little thin meats like this, I don't really need to close the lid. You know, they say if it's thicker than your hand there, if it's thicker than your hand, you don't need the lid on the grill. You know, if it's thicker, you need a lid on the grill. If it's not, you can just grill them without a lid. These little thin steaks don't really need a lid, but if I did need to close the lid, just look how cute that grill is. Smoke will start coming out of that little stack right there. See that? I love this little portable grill. Custom made by Every Services. That's not bird poop. I've had it a little while and the paint's coming off. So But anyway, I could need to repaint it, I reckon. But I love having it. And if you'd like to get one, his Facebook page will be down below. And I don't know about shipping, but I know if you live in the Gulf South, within driving distance of, I think he lives in Lacassine or Iowa, somewhere down there. Lacassine or Iowa, there's a place that's just little towns west of Lake Charles, between Lafayette and Lake Charles. So if you live in driving distance, you can go get you one. He's got big grills too, big 55-gallon drums, and he makes bigger grills out of propane tanks with side tables and stuff. And this little portable tailgate unit here is just awesome. You put 6 burgers on it. I've got videos where I've cooked 6 burgers on here. Alligator sausage on here. Got a lot of videos with this. I'll leave some of those down below too if you're interested in watching some of the others. Maybe I'll put a playlist together for this grill. But you can see this one's sizzling now and making good noises. And I'm going to accept that sear on it right there. Go ahead and do this side. We'll go in and eat this and some ranch beans. Thermopin 1 says this one's around 132, 133, but I don't have the sear on the side, so I'm going for a medium on these thin steaks so I can get the good sear on the bottom, because the bottom's still a little gray. Still a little gray. But not looking too bad. But yeah, if I want a medium rare, pull it off now and I'm doing good, but I don't have the good sear on that side. That's the trade-off with thin steaks. That's why you see all these people cooking thick steaks on YouTube, but I'm not a big enough YouTuber to afford the thick steaks, so I got the thin ones because of shrinkflation, you know. Same price that the thick steaks used to be. All right, I reckon I'm gonna go ahead and pull this little thin one off. It's not too seared too well, but I really don't want to eat it too well done. Medium well's gonna be okay for a thin steak. Anyway, there they are. Top pretty sides, which were the bottom first. And this bamboo charcoal will go a while. If I had something else to cook, I would. I could put those beans back on there, but these aren't gonna take too long to rest. Look at those juices anyway, you see? So they're not gonna be too dry. Look, all those juices came out of that steak right there. You see that? You see that? So they're not gonna be too bad. All right. Freon Battle Grill, Goodry Services, do thank you for hanging out in my backyard tonight while I grilled up some steaks, some ranch beans, and that's what we're having at Big Lou's house tonight. Shrinkflation steaks.
Well, I was hungry and I just cut the steaks. I didn't show you me originally cutting the steaks, but you can see here they weren't too bad. I got those ranch beans and some Heinz 57 sauce on the plate, and these turned out pretty good. Thanks for watching Big Lou Barbecue.